Celia Creed Knight may as well have been born to work for the Maine Lobster Festival. The current president of one of Maine's largest cultural events has been involved since her earliest memory.
I am 60 years old and I have never missed a festival. I would say I was literally volunteering from 4 years old on.
Knight is the daughter of Alice Knight, a woman who had been involved with the festival since 1948. She followed in her mother's footsteps in that both started out as volunteers and ended up as presidents of the festival. According to Knight, the event was more than just a fun week.
It's like our Christmas. It's my family's Christmas.
Knight recounted that her mother was one of the original pioneers for bringing new talent to the forefront of the festival. A Rockland native, Alice was a home economics teacher who recognized an opportunity for local artists to be showcased on a larger scale.
She was the person who created and brought the Maine Arts and Crafts tent. They had never had specifically Maine crafters selling their wares.
But it wasn't all arts and crafts for young Celia. She recalled being put to work on any task that even a small child could accomplish, including cooking for the pancake breakfast and lugging gear for setup every morning. Once, she even contributed to the festival's parade by steering one of the live animal attractions.
There's a picture of me at, I would say, 5 years old up on top of an elephant. Riding down Main Street by myself on this elephant. And I am literally like 5 years old and nobody near me, and I'm on the elephant. Probably because my mother, they said, we need somebody to ride the elephant. And my mother said, put her on it.
Though Knight has become the festival's president, she still does the grunt work required for the festival.
One thing that my mother always instilled in me is if you see trash on the ground, like we would go down early in the morning, and if you saw like seagulls had got into a trash can and there was trash all over the ground, we were there to pick it up, and that's what we did. And I still do that frequently.
Over its 79-year existence, the festival attracts thousands of volunteers each year. Some of those include tourists who come to Maine not to spend time in beach chairs, but to strap on their work boots to keep the event alive.
We have people that come to the festival and they take their vacation time to come to the festival and volunteer, not to come to the festival or Rockland to sightsee or visit. They come to work at our festival.
But it's not just locals and tourists who are volunteers. The Maine Lobster Festival also enlists the state's incarcerated population, who, despite serving time, still want to contribute to Maine's economic success.
And they make friends with people, and then they repeat and come back year after year, because a lot of them never had many opportunities and obviously got into trouble to get where they are. And we treat them with respect, and we, thank them. And a lot of them come back after they've gotten out of prison because they enjoyed it so much and they felt so much value. So I hope it helps them when they do get out of prison, a lot of them. We literally could not run the Lobster Festival without these men.
Since Knight became president, she has brought a lot of new events to the festival, including a dog show that showcases furry friends in their best costumes outside of Halloween.
We've added a dog show. The first annual dog show was last year, and we had over 50 people, 50 dogs and handlers in it. And this year, like the registrations for it sold out almost immediately. So I think 60 this year.
Another addition to the festival is the Great Crate Race, which is stewarded by their director of marketing, Shannon Kinney. Kinney was also no stranger to the Maine Lobster Festival, having participated when she was young.
When I was a teenager, I used to volunteer and work in the food tent at the Maine Lobster Festival. And I just love the energy of all of these happy people that were coming to visit.
Unbeknownst to Kenny, she would become one of the earliest contestants for the Maine Lobster Festival's signature event.
It was Bill and his then wife, Diane Atwood, that put a bunch of us kids out in the harbor and tried all these different methodologies to see if we could run on the crates. It was just really for fun at first, but then we really learned ways to make it a real competition.
The Great Crate Race has been one of the festival's biggest attractions, bringing attention from local and national news outlets, including ESPN. The competition tests the speed and stamina of racers as they run across 50 lobster crates without falling into the harbor underneath. Each crate has hundreds of pounds of seaweed inside to help the crates float. But as each contestant's weight varies, the crates start to sink, and it becomes a test of balance and equilibrium.
They each have 100 pounds of seaweed on the inside to help them float. But if you're really heavy, they start to sink, and that gets people to lose their balance. And so we have thousands of people that line up and watch this event every year. And it's just great watching people like run and then fall in.
Many other events around Maine have adopted this concept. But Kinney said that the Maine Lobster Festival still uses lobster crates that pay tribute to the state's fishing legacy.
And we're the only one with the original wooden crates, which is how lobsters used to be transported. Now they're done in much lighter weight plastic crates, but we've got the original.
In recent years, Kinney hasn't run the event alone. She's enlisted the help of her daughter, Rachel, who started volunteering when she was 5 years old. Given that Knight started volunteering around the same age, this might be a rite of passage for Maine women becoming involved in the endurance of this festival.
My daughter, Rachel, started volunteering when she was 5 years old, and she would work in the touch tank and help visitors, other kids, know how to hold a lobster and hold a crab. And she just thought it was the most fun thing of the summer. Fast forward now, she's 17 and a half, and she helps me. She's my right-hand person with the crate race. Hoping she'll take it on when I'm done.
For Maine Coast Life, I'm Austin Surratt.